Hi folks, Greeno here, out and about again, and a gloriously sunny autumnal day. Now where am I? I'm actually in West Bromwich in the West Midlands, not far outside of Birmingham. Bit of a long way from Dorset this, but I've come here for one reason and one reason alone. I've come to visit this pub behind me. It's called the Red Lion. Now this isn't just any old pub, this is a Desi Pub. Now these are basically a hybrid between a traditional pub and an Indian restaurant. They're very, very famous, very well known in this part of the country. And they're very well known for their mixed grill kind of platters, like sizzling kind of platters. I think that's what I'm going to be trying today. So, it's my first time trying one of these kind of places. Let's get inside and find out what it's all about, shall we? Right then folks, so I'm in and I am seated. I got here just as the doors open, but there's already a few people coming in and having a beer and looking at menus and stuff, so I think it's going to be a busy lunchtime service for them here. We've got a little menu here. It's fairly simple. Basically there's a bunch of grills here, and some curries, chicken, lamb, vegetarian, and then some sundries on the back. So they're keeping it nice and simple, not overcomplicating things. But like I say, they're kind of known for their grills, so that's what I'm going to be going for. I'm going to take their regular mixed grill. It comes in at $19.99. That's got chicken tikka, chicken wings, chicken seekh kebab, lamb seekh kebab, lamb chop, chicken drumstick, fish pakora, garlic chicken, and masala chicken. So alongside that regular mixed grill, which sounds like it's got pretty much everything on it, that is just the meat and the fish and everything on the platter though. No sides or sundries or anything come with it. So I've just ordered a regular naan bread so that I can kind of make little kebabs as I go along, and a Diet Coke. So yeah, I'm really interested to see this when it turns up. Fingers crossed, it's going to be a good one. So I don't know what it is about the places I've been choosing to eat recently. Banging music going on everywhere. I walked in here, it was like a nightclub. I asked them if I could sit outside. Apparently that area is closed, but they have turned the music down a little bit to try and be a bit more accommodating, so hopefully it's not too bad. I've had one or two problems with music and YouTube recently, which I've had to try and sort out, so hopefully, fingers crossed, we won't have too many issues here. So I got myself a Diet Coke to go with the meal, the regular mixed grill and the naan bread. Slightly strangely, he brings it over to the table and I've got to pay for that straight away. £3.30 for this, and then they're going to charge for the food separately afterwards. I find that slightly odd, but there we are. Very, very friendly people here though, friendly service, so nice and refreshing that. A few little ice cubes in there. Diet Coke, you can't go wrong, can you? You've got to watch the calories when you're doing all this food reviewing. Well, as I said before, this is my first time in a Desi Pub. Never been in one before. Have you been in one? What do you think of them? Is it a concept you like? It's got something about it for me. The idea that it's like a hybrid pub Indian restaurant. I like pubs, I like Indian restaurants. Mix the two together? Why wouldn't you like that? It seems like a pretty cool idea. This is obviously a place where they show live sport a lot of the time. There's a few TVs dotted around the room, even in the restaurant area. There is a separate bar area too. Currently they're showing the cricket, but I guess they probably have the football on and whatever, and it just becomes more pubby when those games are on. But yeah, so you can sit down, you can have your grill or your curry or whatever, have a few beers and watch a game. Suits me perfectly. Not only is this the first time I've been in a Desi Pub, this is also the first time on the channel I ventured into the West Midlands. I videoed one thing in Stoke, that we don't count that as the West Midlands. It might be West, and it might be in the Midlands, but it's not in the West Midlands. So let me know if there's anything else in this area you think I should be trying. I'm planning to get out and about and travel a bit more if I possibly can. I'm going to be heading up to Yorkshire, or I may have even headed up to Yorkshire depending on how I schedule the videos, you don't know. Not sure which order they're all going to be in. But I want to get about the country a little bit more. So if there's anything really good, a place with a interesting story, it could be like the best thing in your area, the cheapest thing, the most expensive, the oldest, the newest, anything like that that's kind of interesting, let me know, and I'll check it out, and maybe it'll make it onto the list. So here we have the food bill, which I've just had to pay, which was $19.99 for the regular mixed grill and $2.50 for the naan. Now I've not had the food yet, so it's a bit of a weird setup really. And bringing the drink over and paying for that at the time, then bringing the food bill over before you've even received it. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about that, to be honest. Okay, food has just arrived. Take a closer look. Wow, I mean, isn't this spectacular looking? It's an absolute mountain of food, it really is. So we've got the fish on there, there's chicken, there's lamb chops, there's chicken wings, all sorts. This is supposed to be a one-person mixed grill. That's an insane amount of food, an insane amount of food. It does come with a little bowl of salad here, and I got the naan bread, which I ordered separately. It's a nice buttered naan, there's melted butter on the top. And we also have a couple of little dips. There's a green one here, which I assume is some kind of minty yoghurt. And yeah, some mango chutney kind of stuff here. Wow, well, I don't really know where to start with this. I guess we start at the top and make our way down, don't we? So this looks like the fish on the top, the fish pakora they're calling it, which I guess just means like a battered piece of fish, to be honest with you. It's an unspecified variety of fish. It seems to be cooked quite nicely. Nice little batter on there. We'll cut it in half and have a look inside. Let's see what we're dealing with. Excuse my fingers. So, you can see here, nice white flesh in there. And there'll be some spicing to the coating here, I'm sure. So, this is just mad, isn't it? I think I'm going to be taking some of this with me as a takeout, to be honest with you. So, the fish smells pretty good. Not the best batter in the world. It's not that crispy, but it is quite spiced. There's some chilli in the batter and a little bit of curry spice. The fish itself is nice and soft, not watery. No, I don't mind. Like I say, the batter could be a little crispier, but the flavour of it is really, really good. Okay, what's next? Let's try a bit of this chicken here. We've got to try and dismantle things without it all toppling down. So this is a nice kind of yellow spiced coating to this. Looks like chicken thigh to me, so it should be nice and juicy. Looks cooked pretty well. Quite a light spicing to that. The thigh is cooked very, very well. Like I say, nice and juicy inside. A little bit of chili heat on the outside. Again, a really nice flavour to that. Really nice flavour. Goodness me. This lamb chop's just looking at me, saying, come on, Greeno, pick me up and eat me. Lamb chops are great anyway, aren't they? Got lamb chops, when you put like tandoori spices or curry spices on them, it just takes them to another level. So, let's try and cut into this. Lots of coriander all over the top. Really nice coating of spice on there. So again, a light spice, and like a tandoori spice to that. Lamb possibly a little more cooked than I'd like it. Makes it a touch on the chewy side. But the flavour's there. When you guys aren't looking, I'm going to be gnawing on this bone, let me tell you. Oh, what's next? What's next? We'll stick with the lamb theme, I think. We have Sikh kebabs here. I think this is the lamb one, because it's a slightly darker colour than the other one. The other one, I guess, will be the chicken one. That looks nice. Let's cut into that. Take a look. That's got a really nice pronounced curry flavour. Let's bring that a little bit closer in so you can see there's herbs running through it. Really nice lamb mint. You can taste the herbs in there. You've got fresh coriander on the outside as well. A little bit of garlic running through that. I'm going to add some of this mint yoghurt to this one. There's the lamb and the mint. It's a classic combination, isn't it? That's really nice, that mint yoghurt. Really nice. A really good whack of mint in it. We'll try the chicken one now, so you can see it's a slightly lighter coloured one. If I cut into this, in the cross section you'll be able to see. So you can see here, this is a chicken meat one. Again, spices running through it. Try it as it is, and then maybe we'll pair that with the mango. A much lighter flavour than the lamb one. And I think I prefer the more pronounced lamb than the chicken. I don't think chicken makes great sausages and stuff. Minced chicken, I think, is a bit of a waste. But yeah, with the mango chutney it's okay, but it's not the best item that I've tried so far. Okay, what's next? We've got a lot of this like red coloured chicken here. It's just madness. If we get down the bottom here, we've still got chicken wings, we've still got the onions and stuff that are on that hot skillet. It's just a gift that keeps on giving, isn't it? So what have we got here? More of a tandoori style. Again, chicken thigh meat by the looks of it. Yeah, that's exactly the same seasoning they've used on there as they have with the lamb cutlet, the lamb chop. And I think it goes with both meats equally well. It really does. That is tasty. In fact, I think that will pair quite nicely with the mango as well. Yeah. The sweetness of that chicken meat and the sweetness of the mango chutney do go together quite nicely. Wow. What's next? I don't think we haven't had the chicken wings yet. If I can get one of those out, here we go. Now I know I'm going to get criticised for eating chicken wings, so I'm going to cut some of the meat off with a knife and fork so we don't trigger anybody. I know people don't like watching me eat these on camera. Nice and hot. Very flavourful because they've been cooked on the bone, and that's a slightly higher spice item. That a little bit more chilli involved.
Everything okay?
Yeah, it's spot on. Thank you very much. Just had a check back on the meal there. What I quite like about that is they give me a bit of time to actually try things before they come and do the check back. I've had a few instances recently where people are coming basically not long after they've delivered the food, and I don't know if everything's okay by then because I haven't eaten it. So, that chicken wing really is tasty. Like I say, because it has that extra little bit of spice on there, a little bit of chilli, it's kind of elevated that chicken wing to another level. Goodness, how am I supposed to find anything in here? Is there anything I haven't tried? I don't think so, apart from the onions down the bottom. Now these are going to be exceptional, I'm sure of it. They've been griddled first, and then of course put into this sizzler tray, so they continue to cook, but all the meat juices drip down onto them as well. They are spot on, let me tell you. They are not overcooked. Sometimes they put them on a sizzler and they just cook too much and they burn. So I must have only just started cooking them before they put them into the sizzler, because they still have a little bit of bite. Oh yeah. And that's like all those juices, all those spices just melting down onto them. Wow. We haven't tried the naan bread yet. So this, goodness me, there's loads of it. There's 3 big pieces like this for £2.50. That is value, isn't it? So again, we'll just try a little bit by itself. Nice and soft. Sometimes I like them a little bit more cooked because you get those gnarly sort of burnt little bits on there. Just give it an added sort of flavour profile. But this is just good as it is. It's, like I say, nice and soft. Not overdone. You can see some coloration on there. All that chutney has got a little bit of chilli in there as well as the sweetness. Oh yeah, that's good. I like that. But yeah, the naan is really, really, really tasty. Not too thick and pillowy. A nice thin kind of one. And I reckon if I was to put this lamb kebab in there, we'll add in a little bit of this mint sauce and maybe a little bit of lettuce from this fresh salad over here, which I haven't touched yet, and make a little mini kebab. I think we're onto a winner then, aren't we? Let's see how that is as a combination, shall we? Wrap it all up. Here we go. Oh yeah. That is proper, that is. Like a really nice kebab. That's just mad. Absolutely mad. All of this for $19.99 plus a $2.50 for the naan. Wow. They do have 2 bigger sizes of this grill as well. And I was half tempted because I didn't know how big it was going to be to order one of the bigger ones, so I'd be able to show you a bit more. I'm so glad I didn't, because I mean, this is too much for one person to eat. This is easily a sharing dish. Easily a sharing dish. If you were to get this and a naan and a rice, you're done. You don't need anything else for 2 of you. Right. I'm going to crack on and eat a bit more of this. Like I said, I'm definitely going to need to have a takeaway for some of it. Wow. Just wow. One minor problem I'm having is the size of the plate here. So obviously we've got the chicken wing and the lamb bone there on the plate. Now it's not a very big plate, so it doesn't leave a lot of room for putting the other items on there. So yeah, perhaps a bigger plate would be a more sensible option, or at least a separate one that you can put the bones on. Little kebab type thing number 2 being put together here before I finish up and ask for a takeaway box. In here we're going to have some of that tandoori chicken with sort of mango chili chutney and a bit of the salad. Let's give that a go. That's great too. Lovely soft chicken. The bread's nice. The salad is fresh and crunchy. And that kind of mango chili chutney. Just elevating everything up a level. You could sit here and make all sorts of different combinations. There's so many different meat items in terms of flavour, in terms of texture. the two different sauces, bits of salad with the naan breads. Yeah, you could just play kebab roulette for an hour or so. Really tasty. The place is really busied up now. Most of the tables in here are now taken, which is good to see. I was just about to ask for a takeaway box, and then I discovered something I haven't reviewed yet. There's a chicken drumstick lurking underneath everything. So, if you've made it this far into the video, right, you're just going to have to deal with me eating it off the bone. I'm going to go caveman style with it. So tasty. So this is kind of a halfway in between the tandoori spice and the spice on the yellower kind of coloured chicken here, with a little more chilli. And it's still red hot, even though it's 15-20 minutes since they brought it to the table, because obviously it's been sat close to that metal tray that it's served sizzling on. Wow. So much flavour. That is cracking. Right. I don't think I can eat any more. I'm going to get this packaged up as a takeaway, and we'll go and talk about it all outside, shall we? Wow, folks, what can I say about that? The amount of food for just over £20 is absolutely outrageous, isn't it? Like I said before, if two of you came for lunch and shared that with one naan and one rice, you're probably still not going to finish it. I asked them for a takeaway container to put the leftovers in for me to take away with me. I filled 2 containers, like one of the big takeaway ones and a small one that you'd normally get like a rice in or something. Outrageous, absolutely outrageous. $19.95 for that. Now, it's not all perfect though. I think the fish was unnecessary. It wasn't particularly well done. The fish itself was okay. The batter I didn't really like very much, and I just didn't see the point of it. Didn't really need it. The same with the chicken kebab, chicken sheikh kebab. I don't think that was particularly good either. I think chicken mince can go a little bit spongy, and it kind of had that feel about it. I don't think it was anywhere near as good as the lamb one. Now, in the dish as a whole, lamb was at a bit of a premium. There was just the lamb kebab and one big lamb chop, and all the rest of it was chicken. Now, that's understandable, I guess, because lamb is a lot more expensive than chicken is, and this is a real bargain lunch. So maybe, again, if you were sharing it, share it with someone who doesn't like lamb. So you get those 2 lamb bits and they can just eat the chicken. But aside from those couple of little touches, the lamb chop, again, maybe a touch overcooked for my taste, but I don't think there's much more to dislike about it than that. I was speaking to the server. She said that over the weekend, on a Friday, on a Saturday and on a Sunday, they'll do something like 600 covers a day. I mean, that's going some, isn't it? That really is going some. And they said, like, weekdays varies between 100 and 200. But, you know, that's some serious turnover. This pub has been in the same family since 1997, so they're obviously doing something right. The community are supporting it well. And why wouldn't they? The price is great. The food is decent enough quality. There's not much not to like about it. Now, score. I mean, I think for value, you'd give it a 5 out of 5. For food quality, maybe a 3.5, something along those lines. The service about a 4. I think it was a bit weird to have to pay for different things as you're going along. Like the drink when it's delivered, and then they take the food order, come back 10 minutes later, you pay for it, 10 minutes after that your food comes. I think that's a little bit weird. So overall, yeah, I mean, it's a good solid 4 out of 5, isn't it? Would it get Greeno's green light? Do you know what? It would. It really would. Just because it's such great value. Times are tough, aren't they, these days? And if you want to come out and have a treat with your partner, maybe with the family or whatever, I reckon you could easily feed a family of 4 here for less than £50, probably with leftovers. And there's not many places where you can get a meal as tasty as this for that kind of money. So yeah, Greeno's green light, definitely. Right then guys, so if you've enjoyed this video looking at the Red Lion Desi Pub here in West Bromwich, don't forget to click a thumbs up on there for me, always helps the channel. And if you really enjoyed this video, why not consider subscribing, and that way you can catch more of the content, look for all of the back catalogue, there's over 200 videos in there, and see what else you like. Right, where to next? I can go further north than this, can't I? Seeing as I've got halfway up the country, why not go a little bit further? You have to wait and see where on the next video though. I'll see you then.